Okay, seriously, what if AI could literally just do your chores for you? I want you to imagine a life where all your daily frustrations, the tedious paperwork, the stressful meeting prep, the endless personal admin, are just handled effortlessly by artificial intelligence. Welcome to this explainer. Let's dive right in, because the world of AI is moving incredibly fast. And listen, it's no longer just about massive data centers or complex coding. It is fundamentally about your daily life.
So today, we're looking at AI in your everyday life. There is just so much highly technical noise out there right now, right? People talking about token limits, complex benchmarks, GPU acquisitions. We are going to filter all of that out. Instead, we're putting the spotlight exactly on how this latest tidal wave of AI updates directly upgrades your daily routine. We're talking from the moment you open your eyes to the minute you go to sleep.
Over the last week alone, 24 new AI updates dropped that completely change how you can live and work. So we're going to take all this abstract tech news and anchor to a timeline of a regular person's day. It's basically a day in the life journey. We'll explore everything from automating your workday and managing your money, all the way to decoding what your pets are actually saying.
All right, Section 1, AI in your morning routine. Let's start right at the beginning of the day. Think about that immediate jolt of stress when you wake up and realize you have a packed schedule of meetings that you barely prepared for. Well, AI is stepping in to completely eliminate that morning panic.
There's this popular AI-powered notepad called Granola, and they're tackling this morning panic head-on with a new feature called Briefs. Here's how it works. While you're sleeping, Granola is working overnight. It looks at your meetings for the next day, searches through your emails, browses the web, and reviews your previous meeting notes. By the time you wake up, it's researched everything and hands you 3 personalized bullet points: who you're meeting with, what you discussed last time, and what matters most right now. You literally walk into your first meeting completely prepared without lifting a single finger. It's a total game changer. Moving on to Section 2, your new AI workday. Once you actually start working, you're going to find that the complex professional tasks we usually dread are now being automated completely, invisibly, right inside the software tools we already use every single day.
Imagine opening Microsoft Excel, Word, or PowerPoint and having over 20 different AI models, from Claude to ChatGPT, just waiting for you right inside the app. That is exactly what Perplexity is doing. Perplexity acts as a wrapper here, which basically means you get to use all those different AI models right inside your spreadsheets. Say you're in Excel, you just tap the Perplexity logo in the corner, give it a prompt to analyze your data, and then, and here's the real magic, you can ask it to take that entire Excel sheet and turn it into a full PowerPoint presentation from scratch. Hours of formatting and slide building are just done in seconds.
Okay, Section 3, automating your boring chores. So, you've finished a highly productive workday, but now you have to face the absolute most tedious adult responsibilities, the boring chores. This is where AI truly becomes your personal assistant.
Just look at the agonizing friction of manually filling out tax forms or insurance claims. We've all been there. Now, compare that to OpenAI's brand new update. You might never have to fill out a form by hand ever again. All you do is upload a photo of your blank form, open ChatGPT's voice mode, and simply talk. You just tell ChatGPT what to write in each field, it reads the form, understands the layout, and hands you back a completed version in under a minute. The most boring task on the internet literally just became a casual conversation.
But ChatGPT isn't stopping at paperwork. OpenAI just launched a completely new personal finance experience inside ChatGPT for US users. Once you securely connect your bank accounts, ChatGPT basically acts as your private financial advisor. You can ask it to find subscriptions you forgot about, run a travel spend analysis, or even do scenario planning on how to afford buying a home. And crucially, it is designed for privacy. It cannot move your money or see your full account numbers, but it can review your investment portfolio just like a human advisor would. Now into Section 4. AI for family and pets. As evening rolls around, the focus shifts to your home, your family, and your pets. We're actually seeing AI break out of our computer screens and start interacting directly with the living beings in our homes. Okay, this number is wild. 95. A Chinese AI startup just built a device called Petty Chat that claims a 95% accuracy rate in interpreting what your pet is speaking. It's this little device that clips onto your pet's existing collar. When your pet makes a noise, it translates it into a text notification on your phone in just 1.2 seconds. In one example, it actually translated a cat's meow to, "Miss Narrow Pippy doesn't want that thing near." Now, obviously, no human can truly verify what an animal is thinking, so we're taking that 95% claim with a huge grain of salt. But honestly, over 10,000 people have already pre-ordered it to finally try and talk to their pets.
And for the human members of your family, we have a solution to a massive modern problem. Look, every teacher and parent right now complains that AI is just doing kids' homework for them, essentially helping them cheat. Well, Brilliant.org just released Kuji. This is an AI tutor trained by experts from MIT and Harvard. If a child is doing geometry or writing code, Kuji watches their steps. But instead of lazily handing them the right answer when they make a mistake, it actually pauses, nudges them, and asks them to explain their thinking. It uses AI to actively guide them to the solution themselves.
All right, Section 5, Hobbies and Entertainment. Now it's time to actually relax. The way you consume audio and music in your downtime is being completely personalized by artificial intelligence. Spotify is building a completely new media landscape right now. First off, you can now pause a podcast mid-episode and actually ask Spotify a question about what the host just said. You get an instant answer without even leaving the app. Second, you can type a prompt like, "Give me a daily brief with local weather and tech news," and Spotify will build a private, custom podcast episode just for you, even using a two-host conversational AI format. And perhaps biggest of all, they've partnered with Universal Music Group, so you can legally pay to generate AI covers of your favorite artists. Think turning a Taylor Swift track into a lo-fi beat, with the original artist still getting a cut of the revenue. But Spotify isn't the only giant making moves in personalized audio. Look at this massive scale, 500 million. That is the number of homes worldwide that have an Amazon Alexa smart speaker. Amazon just rolled out Alexa Podcast. You simply give Alexa a topic you're curious about, and it pulls research information from over 200 partner news publications and generates a professionally sounding podcast episode on demand right in your living room.
Let's look at Section 6, Building Apps Without Any Code. Now, instead of just consuming content in the evening, what if you actually want to create something? The cost and skill barrier for building custom apps literally just collapsed overnight for regular users. Let me show you exactly how this works using a free, open-source tool called OpenCode. It connects to over 75 AI models, including a completely free one called Mimo. You don't need to know what a terminal is or how to code. You just open the app and prompt a plan. For example, you say, "I want to build a time management app." The AI then interviews you about the features you want. Next, you switch to build mode. The AI actually splits into a team of virtual workers, one building the timer, one doing the layout, one setting up analytics. Within minutes, you hit launch. Our source easily built Focus Flow, which is a complete Pomodoro timer and task management app with dark mode and analytics entirely for free just by answering questions. We have seen some incredible convenience today. We've automated our mornings, our workspaces, our chores, and our hobbies. But as we pull the lens back from personal convenience, we really have to look at the macro ethics. Just this week, the Pope stood at the Vatican and neutrally but firmly stated, "Artificial intelligence now demands to be disarmed," comparing the need for AI safety to the historical need for nuclear disarmament to safeguard humanity. And what's really fascinating here is that the people building the AI actually agree. Chris Olah, the co-founder of Anthropic, which is one of the leading AI labs, was invited to speak at the Vatican's presentation. He noted that every AI company faces immense commercial and geopolitical pressures that constantly pull against doing the right thing. He stated clearly that outside voices, including institutions like the church, must act as a moral compass and tell the labs when they are failing. Which leaves us with this final, absolutely vital question as we wrap up this explainer. How do we balance daily convenience with global consequences? I mean, it is incredible that we now have tools that can summarize our meetings while we sleep, fill out our tax forms, and build software in minutes. But as we integrate these models into every single facet of our everyday lives, we are participating in a massive technological shift. The AI is definitely ready to do your chores, but are we ready for the profound philosophical impact of relying on it? Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really hope this helped explain the incredible new tools right at your fingertips.